Evidence. Tonight, see what truly exists inside the world of the paranormal. Inside. Join the discussion and review some of the best paranormal evidence captures from a wide variety of experienced and up-and-coming investigators. See and hear what they capture, where they captured it, and how they captured it. Right now on Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. I'm Chris.
I'm Audra.
Rathman. Tony Rathman.
Finally.
Like James Bond, Rathman, Sherry Rathman.
I'm just Flores.
And I'm run. I'm happy to be here. I'm Ron Yakovity. This is Lourdes Gonzalez, and above us, it looks like it's Tony Money Cherie Rathman.
Got that right.
That's an accident, isn't it?
It is.
Tony Money, yo. Tony Money. That's his hip hop.
Yeah, you know what's really nice though? It is nice to have Audra back.
Yes, Audra, we miss you.
Yeah.
To be back.
Alice in Wonderland is back.
Yes.
We missed you.
It feels like forever we haven't seen each other.
Yeah, for sure. It sucked.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We have fun and we have great shows that we enjoy and hopefully our audience enjoys when any one of us or two of us may be missing. But as soon as everybody's back, we're all like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is it.
You feel the difference. Yeah, you feel it.
Great.
Yep.
Agreed.
Well, then,
I feel it.
To top it off, we were supposed to go Labor Day weekend to spend with her family, and her stepdad caught COVID.
So we stayed
Aw.
home.
So our trip got canceled. So on top of everything that we're going through, we didn't go anywhere. We stayed home.
Hits just kept on coming.
Sorry.
It's
Wow.
sucked.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get my full refund back for our dog sitter. I mean, it was like, come on now. That week just had to go away. Go
Yeah.
away.
Wow.
It was horrible.
Wow. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's over. And I get to go see my son this weekend. So I'm super
Oh, that's
excited.
good.
cool.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. So things are looking up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, Scott Liddell. Liddell. I know. Sorry.
Hello,
There he is.
hello.
Nice
What'd
guy.
you all do?
Yeah, did you guys have a good weekend?
What's it?
We went to the diner. We hung out with my son. We saw more rain come down than possibly Noah when he had an ark.
Yeah, it was rained a lot, and today too. Yeah.
We didn't do a lot. We had I worked on our website a little bit because we have to get an updated website. I worked on our presentation because we have Paracons coming up now.
I finally worked on the piece I was supposed to give him for his
She
book.
did me her bio.
Finally.
Book 4 has been sent to the publisher. The Paranormalization, Memoirs of an Academic Layperson. It is at the publisher, so hopefully by the end of the year, they're going to try to get it out. But if they don't, beginning of next, everybody watching, my co-hosts that you see around me, including the nearest one, I had them give their origin story about getting into the paranormal for two reasons. One, because we do it on the show here all the time when we have guests. And also, this is my close-knit para family. These are the people that I love the field for because the field brought them to me. And it didn't bring you to me, but it brought us to what we have now. We met just before that, but that kind of bonded us more. So why I'm grateful for the field, you're looking at a lot of it right here. So I like to have those people represented in the books that I put out. Part of my legacy wouldn't be a legacy without these people. So, hey, Nicole, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Very,
Ron.
very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Oh, I just want to greet my stepson, Dylan Rathman.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Dylan.
Woo.
17 today.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
17?
Yeah.
17.
Good Lord, Rathman, you're getting old.
I know.
No.
I know. I know.
He's
So what
a
do we
great
do on
kid,
the
too.
weekend? Oh,
We were at the YMCA.
We
at the
went
Globe.
to Miami, and not Florida, Miami, Arizona. And we got to investigate the haunted YMCA building, which was pretty cool. And you're going to get to see some clips of that were captured there. And what else did we do?
Sorry, I'm busy over here. You can talk.
Okay. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
How dareth you?
Exactly.
Say it, money. Say it, money.
Well, nothing, I think.
Only dollar bill Rathman.
We kind of rested outside of that.
Yeah, after Sunday, we
Sure,
were
Sheree-
so exhausted.
Yeah, we were tired. Cherie spent about 7 hours watching some weird TV show.
You?
Is that what it's called?
You.
And Tony must have spent time on this computer because you have evidence clips, some of which are from, if not all, yet what, though, a day ago.
Oh, right. Yeah, they were from Saturday. So all Sunday, all Sunday, I went through them. And then at the end, I finally get them done. It took me like 6-7 hours to go through it. And Cherie says, make sure you don't show me. After I get it done, she says this. She goes, I don't look good. Don't show me. I'm like,
Oh,
you filmed it and you placed the camera and you sat right. How am I supposed to?
I thought you meant that she said don't show her the evidence. She wants to be surprised
what I
by
thought
what
too,
by
yeah.
you found.
Oh,
She
that
doesn't
would have
want to
been
be. Shh.
that would have been much easier.
I don't like it either.
She does the same crap. We go by vacation for a week, and every picture I take of her, don't you dare post that.
Yeah, don't post
Yes.
Too late.
Like, oops.
it.
Yeah.
Well, real quick before
Well-
we get started on the evidence, I wanted to I was hoping that we could, with our audience, take a couple seconds to remember what today is. It's the 22nd anniversary of 9/11, a horrible day in our nation, an even more horrible day for the people of New York. So if you guys could give me the grace of spending 2 to 3 seconds at just a moment of silence. Okay. Thank you very much.
No, we knew you were going to do that. We were hoping you were going to do that. We were going to spur you on to do it if you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened right across the river. I mean, we're not far from where it happened. I was not here. I was still in Los Angeles living at the time when it happened. But I mean, she was.
I was working for the New York City Police Department when that happened as a police dispatcher. So I heard a lot of the stuff that was going on and
That's
police
crazy.
officers going crazy looking for their officers and hearing the buildings collapse and all that. It was crazy. It was a crazy. There's no way you can forget that, you know? Can never
No.
forget.
Yeah.
It is.
And nor should we
Yeah.
ever forget it.
Yeah.
Right.
Never, ever forget it.
So thank you for that, Chris.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
wait.
It's gross.
Chris.
If y'all haven't figured out what a patriot I am by now, you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I think most people probably watching regularly probably would have expected that from you. Like I said, we didn't even mention it before tonight because we figured we're gonna show reverence and bring it up anyway. But we knew that you would have that already as part of the agenda because of how you are. So that's very cool, and hopefully that means something to those watching. Hey, Todd and Carmel, to those watching.
Well, and I haven't, it's been months since I put the green screen up. I had to put it up tonight. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, you didn't notice?
I did notice
Oh,
it.
okay.
I was slightly distracted by his hat.
What's really
Oh.
cool is my stay haunted is green. So every time I
Yeah.
go through the lights, check that out.
I know.
That is
It's
cool.
not obfuscating the lights that are symbolic of the towers. It is allowing them to shine through even your hat,
That's right.
Yep.
thereby making you the enlightened one.
Oh, no,
I don't know if I did that part. I've been telling you and telling you and telling you.
no.
Alice in Chains, Arthur Alice in Chains Keeler.
Aw.
It's Wonderland, and they may have chains there. For some people, that is Wonderland.
Oh, no.
That is true.
Silly.
Depends on your definition of Wonderland.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm going to get out of this. I don't know. Wonder what the safe word is. All right.
All right. Everybody's going, would you guys shut up and play some evidence?
That's every week.
I know, right?
That's every week.
Looks like Roger said they had a remembrance ceremony today at
That's
work.
cool.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that's cool.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, very cool.
That's cool. Yeah, it touched obviously everybody's life in one way or another. Some, very, very close to the actual events when they unfolded. Man, I was on the other side of the country, and I was attached to this place from having grown up here or gotten older here. I'm not sure I've ever grown up, but point is, I felt it. I felt the same vulnerability and the same wow, what happened and the emotional. I'm not saying as much as everybody, but the fact that I was on the other side of the continent did not spare me.
Right.
Being affected by it. So it's
I know. I mean, it was crazy. Just to let people I was dispatching and I had a landline and my mom is calling me. She's like, "You gotta come home," because there were rumors that they were gonna attack the communication, the communication systems. And I was like, "Ma, I can't go home."
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna get mandatory overtime. I was like, I can't go home.
Hey, Joan.
It was crazy.
Well, and there's significance about that day, other than the fact that we lost over 3,000 Americans and first responders because of the attack. But let's focus on the positive portion of it and remember it, because the one thing it truly showed us was true heroism. Yeah. What true first responders really do when they get out there. Those guys worked nonstop. We had, famous people dropping what they were doing. What's that one guy's name?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. Yeah,
however you pronounce
he was a
name.
firefighter from 1980 to 1984. He dropped what he was doing and went down there and put it on a uniform and helped out again. So remember the camaraderie, the true heroism, the selflessness that happened that day. And then don't forget about that plane in Pennsylvania that went down, where the people on the plane showed true American courage.
Oh, yeah.
And took that plane hit its target, right? Instead of going down, it put a whole new meaning to the words "let's roll."
And you have to also remember not only the police officers and the firefighters, but also construction workers, electricians, people like that also chipped in and were first responders too, because they went in there, they needed them. So, yeah.
And all the people on the side streets that were pulling people in to get them under cover to help them out. It was a true act of selflessness, courage, camaraderie, heroism. I mean, it's patriotism. Let's not forget that portion of it, because there is a positive side to what we saw that day, not just the negative portion of it too. So.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So if we can do it in those situations, we should be able to do it
every
more often.
Day.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some evidence, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
So this is one of those shows, folks, when we're showing what we do when we do what we do, the way we do what we do. And at some point, somebody somewhere must have something that says Anthony Rathman in it. Or you get your money back.
That's right. I do not have anything that has Anthony Rathman in it, but all of the clips that I've brought forward came from Audra's video.
Oh, cool.
So because Audra was gone the last show and she had such a rough week, our evidence is from the Montgomery house, our investigation, but I showed the investigator of Audra.
Oh no.
This is all Audra. It's all about Audra. This all came from Audra.
Yep.
Of course, Chris did all the freaking review.
Yes.
But
sounds like teamwork.
Absolutely.
She didn't even.
You just don't show Cherie. Yeah.
You corrected it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just before we get started, and then you take the reins because you got it. This is all you. But put Joan Costello's thing up there one more time, because I thought that was really cool. And she's not advertising. She's not even saying who the company is, but her company was the only one that paid death claims on 9/11 without the death certificate. That's cool. Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. And for everybody that doesn't understand that, is insurance companies won't sign claims without a death certificate. But unfortunately, because of the length of time it took to identify people and then to register a death certificate with the amount of deaths that they have specifically for the cause of death, so it falls within the insurance claim, it can take months to years.
Oh, yeah. I know that firsthand because as a court reporter, we got many claims for 9/11, and many of them were denied for that reason. So, or it took years and years and years before they even got any monetary benefits.
One of my favorite non-paranormal quotes is that insurance covers everything except what happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Believe it.
Believe it. Believe it.
The whole concept of insurance, it's the one thing that you actually pay for but never want to use.
Yep. True.
Yeah.
Then when you do, they boot you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. Crazy.
Insane.
But thankfully, this is not an insurance program, so we're good.
No, we have no jingles or mascots either.
No.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can tell we don't have any sponsors. Yeah.
We're going to keep it that way.
All right, guys. So one of the reasons why I wanted these clips to come from Audra, the ones I were showing from our side of the spectrum, is nobody gets to see Audra as an investigator. And she's actually really good. Well, besides those that investigated with her.
Yes, and she is very good.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
So Audra's favorite piece of equipment is an EMF detector. And she gets monster huge communication with it. And what she does is she holds it way out here, and she holds her phone here, and she videotapes it. And it literally looks like she's talking into a microphone. But she's doing that so her phone doesn't set off the EMF meter. And you'll see her in one of the clips. She literally puts her phone close to it so you can see the responses she gets. So she not only during her videos does she get good responses, but she also debunks it to make sure that she's getting authentic responses. So in this first one,
cool.
She was upstairs in James Patterson's room.
Yeah.
Out, buddy.
Yeah, the significance of this is that the EMF detector is right next to the picture.
Ah.
I'll go ahead and play this one. Here we go.
James. Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking you were downstairs, but hi. Yes, very strong presence. Yes, I get it. We are going to be here to talk with you tonight. I hope that's okay. No, it's not that. I'm not too close to my phone to do that. All right. Hi. Is there a... Okay. No. Oh, there's a light switch down here. But that's still not doing it, so debunk that. Okay.
Yeah. Who would have thought that Audra Keeler, living in the house she lives in, would exercise such situational awareness?
Well done. Well done.
But that was vetted. That very cool.
Thanks.
Very cool.
Yep. That's why I like that clip, because she's always making sure that what the responses she's getting is not something around her, especially after the Wi-Fi incidents on the U.S. North Carolina.
Well, she learned a lesson there that she needs to look above.
Yeah.
There you go. See, Chris Noir, another very seasoned investigator. If you put it in airplane mode, it won't set the K2 off, and you can still film your phone. Absolutely.
Correct.
That's true. But that's cool. That's cool that she showed that, and then the way she did it, because that is communicative when you're timing it with responses.
Yep. Right. There's also another tip to the airplane mode to that too. Is there's also been a few investigations where Audra was doing that, and somebody texted her and it scared the hell out of her. So it's actually funny. So, good point. Next one is one Ron gave us. Ron in the world. I am somebody.
Oh, this was recorded very recently. We'll keep the descriptions brief because I know we have a lot of stuff to show. This was recorded very recently via Staticom. I think here. Yes.
I think it was here. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
What? A docuseries on Paraflix?
That was pretty cool, but I have to doubt it because I don't have any friends.
Ah! That's the first thing I did. I said, Tony, watch this and please tell your friends to stop interrupting us.
Obviously, I'm kidding. I have great friends, but that was seriously wild and seriously clear.
Awesome.
Yeah, when I heard that, that's why I repeated it, especially the consciousness part, which is what we he waited till he was dead to admit. That's Raul being funny. Raul,
happens all the time.
Funny. Raul, he's an awesome dude. He's funny as hell. But I thought that was wild because we speak to that we're communicating we believe with consciousness, and it was the clearest thing in the whole message, and I have a hard time looking at that and going, that is warbles and artifacts of sound that I am mishearing. I have a very hard time with that concept, with that completely.
Yeah. No way. I mean, that anybody could have heard that and told you blindfolded what they heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are going to watch some of Tony and Ron and Lourdes and Cherie's older clips, the great responses they get under the direct radio voice, and then they moved to the white noise generator with the Staticom, and then they got even better responses. They've been playing, and you're going to start seeing some really clear shit.
That's amazing.
It's insanely clear at this point.
Well, Ron had to be massive amount of work because what was that, Thursday night? Last Thursday.
Yes.
He said, come on, let's get on StreamYard. I got to show you some stuff. Well, he had tested different settings, and he played a couple of the clips that he's going to play tonight, and he said, what do you hear? And I heard it immediately. I'm like, that background noise floor is gone. What did you do? And he said, well, we'll talk, and I'll show you. And, at first I'm thinking, no way. But did it, and boom, my noise floor.
Hey, that's my job.
Okay, sorry. I forget what I'm on here for. My noise floor absolutely bottomed out as well. It wasn't there.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well, you know what, and it's worth pointing out because we always do this little love fest of how close knit we all are as a team and as a group. But I don't know how much we talked about it on past shows, but I had to get a new computer because as we built out Staticom, I was using every resource this laptop tablet had, and it was sputtering and buffering, and it was messing it up. I couldn't use it. So I got a new computer thinking I'm going to fix this one problem. I inherited several more.
Yeah.
And I had a 2-week road back to being able to do what it is I've been doing, even close to the level I've been doing it at. And I got there in 2 weeks or less because I spent time on a video call, just like I helped Tony with Tony. And he helped me get back on my feet and get back to where I was. That allowed me to make what this advancement was as far as the clarity. So
And I have to thank you, Tony.
Yes.
Because he was driving me nuts, which I understood. I understood, but I'm glad that you helped him.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad I
It
could
was.
be of help. I'm glad we got it back up and running. But trust me, I know that frustration when it's not working like it's supposed to. It'll kill you. It will. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It will.
Thank you, Anthony Simonelli. Anthony was with us from like a year and a half into direct radio voice when we were plucking clips out of the white noise that were hard to hear, but we knew there was something. And so he's been around us for so long. So his assessment means a lot to us because he's seen it for a while. And yeah, absolutely, Tony. If you had not spent the time and the patience with me, I was telling her I retired every other night for 2 weeks. I was like a prize fighter going,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm back. I'm done. I'm back.
He kept
I'm like,
saying, I'm done. I was like, you are not
I'm
done.
like, thank goodness I showed this to Tony.
How many times
I've
I've done the same thing? I've slammed my laptop shut, going, I'm done. I'm not touching this anymore.
I said, be gentle to your computer.
Literally an hour or two, I'm like, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Patience is the key.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
It is.
It
But
is.
I know it's difficult sometimes because it is frustrating, you know.
So this is the truest partnership with everybody here on the screen that I've ever had with a group that I've been associated with everything, and then the support that we get, the fact that we work together the way we do, and then stuff like that. Because you know, I would have been struggling for longer, trying to find my way back to the ground zero, to not use an example like that. But I feel like maybe it's an appropriate.
So remember, guys, the next time you get frustrated, namaste.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry.
It looks like he namaste a little too late.
Too long. Yeah.
Too long.
He realized he should have done it before. That's the problem.
Yeah, he over namaste his welcome. Well, anyway, Tony saved the day. There it is.
Way to go, Tones.
Wow, and you made great progress with it. So those changes were, you'll hear it in some of ours too, except that we are battling massive echo because we're in an empty pool. But
Yes, it's very.
Speaking of, the next one is Tony.
well, I only have 4, so you guys have a lot more. So go back and forth another round of your 2. That way I can kind of get into the mix at the end.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Right, my order.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I understand. We were talking before the show that we did when we did the Ritz Theater with Parasite a couple times. The first time we did it on the stage, I was like, "This is awesome! Look at this shot." There's a picture of us in the docuseries from behind us, looking at the theater. It's beautiful. It was horrible for audio because the sound goes everywhere except here.
Right.
Hoop Braba. Okay, so this next clip is from our Montgomery House investigation. This is so when I take Audra's video, I review all the video. I'll review one of her video clips, and then I pull out the audio, and I listen to the audio because there are numerous times that I'll catch EVPs on the audio that I don't catch on the video, or I'll catch it on the video and it's not on the audio. This one, well, and that I also do it so I can vet who's there in the voices, and so from the video I can tell who's in the room and I can tell who's doing what. So this one is from the same video that you just saw. Audra's in James's room, but this was only captured on the audio. So here we go.
Hi. Yes, very strong presence.
Yep.
Oh, play that again. I absolutely heard that.
Yeah, one more time.
He's got a deep voice.
Yeah.
And guys, Audra's the only one upstairs. All of us are downstairs. Here we go.
Hi. Yes, very strong presence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
You can hear him say Audra.
It
Yeah.
doesn't sound like me, Tony, or Ron. Our voice isn't that deep. Unless Race was there.
I was just see if the next file has chicken skin in it. That's how you know,
We need to start charging him from them chicken skins.
right?
Yeah.
That was good. That was really
but the
good.
amazing part of that is you don't hear it. You guys watch the video. It's not in the video. But when I pull
Right.
the audio out, it's on the audio.
There you go. There's an endorsement. Chris Noir has an excellent ear for EVP and ITC. So
Yeah. All right. So the next one, Mushella House Staticom 1.
So this is, we were at Rich Michela's house, who's the spirit art author, one of the nicest people, like Anthony Simonelli. We love him to death. And he wanted us to do STATICOM at his house. We haven't even reviewed all of it yet, but this was a dialogue that came through after Kim Geyer, Ghost History Medium, was with us also. She had to leave, and then Richard was asking about our theoretical conversations that had happened privately. I don't know if we were even during the session, so this is what that produced.
Okay, here we go.
Kim and Ron were talking about theories on how you communicate. What do you think of those theories?
He's correct. That's a message.
We saw
You
Playing the
know,
violin.
if only we could develop a way that we could communicate with them.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Relevant timing, accuracy, intelligence, response to the question he asked. Incredible. Just incredible.
He's got a great connection to spirit
Yeah,
too.
he does.
His spirit art, if you go to richmichela.com, go to his webpage, he'll see loved ones or people around other people before he gets to an event, and he shows it to other people, and they know who it is. It's amazing. Audio evidence why I'm back. I can't wait to meet him. He's hilarious.
Everett's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
Everett's an awesome dude.
So that was that. I think it didn't help. It didn't hurt. Rather, it did not hurt to have Richard there, and he was in the docuseries. He gave us a great testimonial about his own personal experience with direct radio voice and STATICOM.
Very cool.
That was cool.
Okay, so you ready for Tony?
Yeah.
All right. So this first one is called Warm Up.
Mm.
All right, here we go.
That sounds better, right?
Spirits, can you say STATICOM? We want to communicate with you guys. Is that okay? We call me
What? That is super
Right, so
clear.
I have to comment on something because Tony did what was right. He explained the situation he was within with the acoustics and whatever. But I don't think the acoustics in that room lost the sound like an open theater would have. It bounced it. You have a little bit of extra reverb. Maybe you don't need as much. But holy cow, there was an element of boosting, of bolstering the audio that provided. That STATICOM was clear, and a lot of that stuff was really, really clear.
Super.
Yeah.
That environment did not hurt you. You could have toned down the reverb slightly. That would have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a reverb button, but we all know STATICOM uses none of that. But it made it difficult for us to
in the
hear
moment.
At the moment. Yeah.
Recording was easier when we played it back.
Yeah.
I want you to try something because you guys noticed like when we did STATICOM at the Montgomery house, it was too much for me upstairs, and I said I went downstairs and could hear it clearer. I'll bet you if you put a recorder there and a recorder outside the door of the pool room, Oh man, that stuff would have been clear as shit.
Spot on.
Well,
I was
yeah.
just thinking that the placement of the recorder might have had something to do with maybe knocking a little bit of that excess reverb that the environment caused. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again, and then Tony, you can talk. But it did not
No.
damage the quality
It's
of what
so
you got.
clear.
That was freaking awesome.
Oh my God, that was so
Wow.
We did exactly what you said. I literally said to Sri, I'm going to place the recorder farther away. And I let it run through the whole warm-up, through the entire night session. But I forgot to do one thing.
Press record.
Oh, I pressed record. But on the Zoom, you got to press it twice. Otherwise, it's on pause. And it sat on pause and blinked all night long.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've done that. I've done
Yeah.
that. I have two things recording. My phone on the one app I use a voice recorder, and the other one the Tascam. And I've looked at the Tascam before, and it's blinking. I went,
Right. When I went to go pick it up to stop it, and I noticed it was blinking, I'm like, I didn't record a thing. Play it again, please.
You want to play
It
again?
was freaking, yeah.
I am no objections to that.
It's so clear.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
So guys, tell me that quick because we have so many. I delete them as we go. So I
Oh.
don't want to delete them before we play them. But yes, I still have it. So here we go.
Sounds better, right?
Spirits, can you say STATICOM? We want to communicate with you guys. Is that okay? Are you calling
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
That is awesome, Racy.
I feel like he Tony duped us a little bit because he lowered our expectations of this pool and the environment and the sound and then he puts this piece of gold out in front of us. That
Then
was
he punched us in the face.
yeah. Look over there.
It is really frustrating because when
In the moment.
we were at that real time, you can't really hear it.
Yeah,
clearly.
I was struggling
So-
on half of the thing, more than half of what they said.
Yeah,
we didn't
no, I
even
get
know that we're gonna catch anything or
Yeah, I said I got to go through like 6 hours of tapes. I said, I don't know if there's going to be anything there, but there was.
Yeah. Now that damnation clip we've shown before with 1 minute and 8 seconds in the same voice, we didn't hear all that in the moment. She heard like the first word. I think that damnation, it was it. So you can still, when the environment's competitive with your auditory senses, you can miss stuff still. It's, part of it's not that you're getting voices or not. Part of it's being able to dial into it. But holy crap.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That is incredible.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
What's incredible is small mining town in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, shows you how worried they are about safety. They keep the empty pool clean and leave the diving board for those hold my beer moments.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sheree had her camera on the edge of the diving board,
Yeah,
aimed at us. Oh yeah, it was there.
Crazy.
I'm not surprised. She's fearless.
She is.
She is
That's
fearless.
great.
That's like 3 times the fall for her as it is for everybody else.
True.
Good point.
Yeah. Ah! And I'm short saying that.
Scott Riddick, man, that guy, he is
Cool.
the Amazon wizard when you guys start talking about equipment.
Yeah, he is. He's such a good guy.
He is.
Piedmont is an exceptionally cool group of people.
They are. They're fantastic people. We've had the pleasure of getting to work with them a few times. They're really great people.
All right, yeah. Before you move on to the next clip, let me just say one more thing about that. Holy shit! All right, move on. That was great. That was great. That got me jazzed.
We got more coming. Now that they're all mixed up, I got to figure it the fuck out. But here we go. So this next one is Audra again with her EMF meter. And I think we were all in the Audra was in the parlor by herself. And the parlor is where Mrs. Montgomery spends most of her time. It's where her presence is picked up a lot. And I was telling these guys while Audra was in the room that I don't think Mrs. Montgomery's happy with you guys because you're new and we just brought you in and she doesn't know who you are. Well, she scolds Otter a little bit. Here we go.
So Mrs. Montgomery's parlor, or what we believe is her parlor. Again, EVPE, entire team. Oh, hello. You're fine. You're fine. I promise. You're good. We're here to talk with you. And something exciting is we are, oh, where'd you go? There, hi. So we're going to have something where we can finally hear you talk to us in real time. So we are so excited about that to talk with you. So stick around with us.
That's cool.
And
That's
I
good.
picture her just, remember when I was telling you guys, I swear she's like doing this to me. That was that.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome too, because of the K2 and the use of for conversational back and forth like that is so prevalent in the field now. I think that's not only cool to see when it works like that, but to see it work controlled where you knew what you were doing and your surroundings to show how to do it the right way. And if you do, wow, that's really cool.
I mean, it was cool when you said, "Where'd you go?" And she's like, "I'm right here."
Yeah.
I'm here.
Well, for everybody that doesn't know, that's an 1830s plantation home still sitting on its original foundation. The only thing they've added to it is a little bit of electricity. So there's maybe 2 outlets in each room and a light switch. And Audra was in the dead center of the room. So she was a good 12 feet from the light switch and the outlets. And they're not even that strong to give those kind of bursts. So.
And literally no pot to piss in.
No, there's no plumbing in the house at all. That's what the forest is for.
It's an amazing place, though. That place we loved it. Oh my god, I definitely want to go back.
Yeah,
we definitely want you guys to come back.
Yep.
All of y'all.
Yep. Do it again.
Yeah, that was the 6 of us in the same building.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was like
that was so cool.
Next time you guys really got to get you to Trivet Clinic. That place is insane. Yeah. All right. So the next one we got is Ron and Lourdes. Favorite beer, Red Mill Staticom.
So this is not even a week ago, like maybe a week, 2 weeks. No,
a week ago.
Yeah, when we were Daryl Marston, Scotty Davis, the medium, showed up. Also, this was at the Red Mill in Clinton, New Jersey. There was a public investigation. We got some really cool Staticom moments that night. This is one of them, and I believe the questioning was being done by the court reporter.
By legal ears.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
How about alcohol? What's your favorite alcoholic drink? Beer.
Beer. It sounds like it's a beer.
Yeah. Is it beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
okay.
instant.
All these freaking questions, I need a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stressed.
And if you have any information on who Heinrich is, call Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
Ask you that.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Maybe it's the type of beer.
Could be.
I thought that, but I don't know. I guess we should have looked it up.
The beer wouldn't think it was home, though.
Oh, well, that's true. Well, whatever it is, we don't know.
We don't know.
That was a great catch, though. I mean, just even after having doing this over and over and over, when you take a step back and you look at the question asked and the response that comes through, I mean, it's not a word, it's not two words, it's full sentences, and sometimes it goes on and on and on. Yes, Chris.
Brewed with buckwheat malted by the Skagit Valley Malts and grown in the fertile Columbia Basin of Keisler Farms, a 5-generation farm homesteaded by Heinrich Keisler and his family since 1905. As a billowing and silky body, Heinrich represents notes of dried date skins, honey, and tropical fruit. Heinrich Beer was born in 1866.
Well,
no,
Heinrich.
that's the politician.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, it is a beer.
It's a beer, so maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Again, intelligent responses.
Right.
Yeah.
There you
go.
Raul,
That makes sense.
Raul from Tower Paranormal just pointed out too that there was also a recurring 3 different sittings at different groups for Staticom. Got what he liked or missed or whatever, and sandwich came through. What kind of sandwich? Peanut butter. It was.
Oh yeah.
Sandwich came up at least 3 times that night with different groups.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But so what? If you go back to that, was Heinrich Beer also a politician? Like that was his name?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
So maybe he mentioned beer, and then he said Heinrich thinks he's home. Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
It is interesting that it is a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. There's 3 different types called Heinrich, actually.
Look at that.
Interesting. You got to be quick, Todd. I'm quick on my Google.
Yeah, there he is. He goggles it fast.
He does.
All right, next one we got up is Warm Up 2 from Tony and Cherie.
Yeah.
With the
What could possibly happen in this?
I know.
I'm not quite sure. Here we go.
Spirits, do you want some candies?
Are you afraid to talk with us?
Wow.
That's great.
The main
But again, this was just warm up, and Sheree was rattling that candy bag, and she's like, "Spirits, you want some candy?" And he's like,
"Oh, yum,
yum candy."
Yeah, I like the way you said candy. Candy.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
We have never been on an investigation where Cherie did not have candy.
No.
Well, she usually carries it for me, but
The sugar drop.
yeah, my sugar did drop while we were doing it, but she always takes care of me. But
Of course.
Oh.
and she used it as a trigger object, so that was awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, that was really good. That
And
was
they called
really
us
good.
fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warble your way into explaining that one.
That's right, fuckers.
I'm so at my wit's end. We've had discussions with like other people on other group chat. Like I'm so at my wit's end with that. I've been listening and identifying speech that is formed with sounds of phonemes, allophones my whole life. Now all of a sudden, when it's supposed to be coming from the great beyond, I can't hear it. I'm not able to identify speech anymore. And then 2 people don't hear the same thing. Doesn't mean it's not speech. It means 2 people didn't hear the same thing. If Chris says stay haunted and we go, oh, I heard go shopping, I heard stay haunted, it doesn't mean somebody didn't talk. It just means we heard it differently. It doesn't mean it's not speech. So yes. Yes, that's actually I'm quoting her. Because we
But it's true.
From a discussion. Absolutely.
It's true.
It's intellectual fundamentalism, and it's
We had
tiring
conversation in a group about that, and it doesn't make any sense, because if Chris is telling a joke and he says, I walked into the stinky air, and he heard it correctly, and I heard I walked into the stinky chair, and Chris corrects me, okay, but that doesn't mean that the words that Chris spoke weren't spoken. He still spoke. There's still words there.
Right. That's their dismissal thing, is that, well, you can't, it's not legitimate vocal evidence as paranormality goes, because people don't always hear the same thing. So if Chris talks and we hear something different, doesn't mean it wasn't vocal. It means we heard different stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Chris
So
didn't
it's
talk
just-
clearly, one of the two, which happens.
But they put that forward like some kind of inductive inference, like it's a certainty, and it's not.
You're right. Exactly.
Okay, so the next one we got is Audra back in the parlor with Mrs. M.
Awesome.
This came from the audio, not the video. This was not on the video. Why does it say 3 seconds? All right, here we go.
2023, believe it or not.
Ooh,
Oh,
quick and clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
One more time. One more time, please.
2023, believe it or not.
Who is
yeah. Who's this lady yelling out these numbers for some years that hasn't happened yet?
this?
The minute I heard the EVP, I immediately went, she's looking at Audra, pointing at us, and you guys going, who is this? This was
Certainly
right
possible.
before the scolding. Like, who is
Ah.
this in the house?
That was great. What a
Yeah, that's great.
clear EVP.
Mhm.
And these have not been amplified at all. This is
You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell that was in its
was
organic
great.
state as recorded. And I love that we're putting an emphasis on EVP with what you guys are putting forth, because it
Yeah.
is equally important in vocal and evidence and the vetting of it being an authentic art of what we do, because EVP is where all this stuff that we do came from.
Right.
Right.
But your guys' is real time, which is phenomenal. You got to be by yourself in an office and do all the review by yourself.
I do. I have to do that.
He does, but I help out.
I do every so often. I'm like,
I
I'm
used
like,
to do that like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and then I just said, forget it. It's just me.
Yeah.
You're on your
Yeah.
own.
The best
Yeah,
part
but
is-
sometimes we schedule review sessions.
we do sometimes
Yeah.
too. I mean, she does like if I'm digging my heels in on a disagreement on what we hear, I'm really certain, and I may be wrong, but I'm certain. But most times I will stop before I'll take an argumentative stance with
That's why I quit. I quit listening or reviewing EVPs because we argue all the time.
That's not
No
true.
more.
That is not true.
It never happens. Here's the best part is I'll go, hey, did you hear that? She's in the other room. She goes, I didn't hear anything. Well, here, let me play it again. I'll play it again. And then I'll go, stop your TikTok and listen for a second.
I don't like
Kid.
And then I'll go, no, wait, come in here and listen. You can hear it better in here. And she'll go,
I don't want to.
That's
Yeah.
what I get. I'm gonna go review. You want to come help? No.
Thank you.
Well, he's like, you used to do review with me. I'm like, you used to have a couch in your office for me.
Be 3 times bigger.
Well, I can't help that.
So, y'all, my office in Surprise, when we lived by Tony and Cherie, I had a couch. I had a 50-inch screen TV in there. I had my desk in there. She would sit on the couch and read a book while she was listening to reviews. Now, because I don't have a couch, she won't do it with me.
sounds like an easy fix.
Yes.
The couch wouldn't fit in here.
Get a little chair.
That's a great office too. That office space is
Yeah,
great.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
This chair sucks.
Thank you. I love my office. Needs a few more skulls.
Yeah. So what his roommates.
Any more skulls? So I got a quick funny, and then we'll go to the next one. I was sitting here last night, getting everything together, putting it on here, and I look over, and these 2 younger girls are walking by, and it's just about dusk, right? So I have the lights on in the office, and I see them going. They almost walked into the neighbor's car. They were staring into my office so hard. So everybody from the street, you can see my whole wall of skulls with my big skull picture. I think I.
They were past.
Yeah.
Passing by, I was like, oh,
You
I
should've-
think that's a serial killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you that
What's
family
that?
of Satan worshippers.
You should open the door. See what happened to the other people who stared in the window.
They're on the scope.
A little too long.
That's funny shit.
Uncle Giuseppe.
Shabbat
We miss Uncle
shalom.
Giuseppe.
All right, so the next one, Steve's a miracle, says Spirit.
This is at the Hoover House in Waynesboro, PA, with Pam and Steve Barry, who we love. They run the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, amongst other things. And Steve was very much hoping to hear from his mother that night. He, I think we talked with you before, Kristen. He had what, like
A widowmaker.
He had a widowmaker, and he had several. Like, he should have been, for all intents and purposes, deceased by now from what he went through. So he was asking about that when this was recorded.
Here we go.
What am I considered to you now? A miracle. Yeah,
I did hear that.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that's the Hoover House in the picture too. It's awesome.
That's a cool house.
That is
It's
beautiful.
really
It's beautiful.
It's really nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And it smells so clean. She's
You guys
done
see
such a good
Spirit?
job.
Yeah.
You guys all right?
Oh,
Yeah, the dogs found a box, and we kept looking to see what it was. And she's like, "Oh, it's empty. It's empty." No, it's a bunch of my electrical
Shoot it.
cords and stuff. I need to-
Ah.
but it's been, slightly chewed now.
Wow. At least he didn't get kicked off the show this time.
I know.
Yeah. That
That's
dog works
next.
quick.
That's next.
That's next.
And here is
How cute. Look at that.
How could you get mad at
There's
that?
the perpetrator.
Put me down, and I was chewing.
Or should I say puppetrator?
He looks pissed. Look at him. He looks
And
pissed.
he always looks pissed. It's because of those eyes. He looks angry.
Yeah. I know. I didn't sign a waiver.
He's so cute, though.
Loves Tony.
He's so cute.
Look at and Sheree, apparently. Look at that. Aw.
So do you know
Puppy
why
love.
a dog will lick your face?
Huh?
You know why a dog licks your face?
Why?
Because they just licked their butt 2 minutes before that.
You brush
He's cleaning his tongue.
The more you know.
Just watch the areas that he licks on himself and then ask yourself, can I let this dog lick my face?
I know that answer already.
All right. So the next one we got
Now the question is will I let Sheree kiss me?
Okay, this is going to dark places.
Okay.
All right. Literally. So the next one we got is Tony and Sheree. This one's marked 8.
Play that one last. What's the other one marked?
Okay, that one's not marked 8. The next one is marked how many people? Did you get
Do how many people?
Sounds
All right, here
good.
we go.
How many people are in this room, spirits? How many? Just this room, not up there. Just this room. I keep hearing 8 too, but that's
Yeah.
the 6 right there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very clear.
I heard 8 like 3 times too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard 8, but that's
But
that 6
actually,
was
we're,
clear.
And then the next one.
Now that you need to review the video, was there 8 and 2 people walked out of the room and then they said 6?
There were 6 of us in the room.
yeah, Roger was
It
there.
was Sheree, myself, Roger, Leland, his son, and Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie was there.
It was clear.
That 6 was super clear.
Yeah.
James, I'm sorry. yes, James. Yeah, it was. It was.
You could tell the gender. You could tell the tonality. It was a female. She said 6. That's amazing.
Yeah.
There was a James in your group. Was there when you showed the other ones? Was he also in those sessions as well, James? Because I heard James in one of your.
I believe so. Because
Patterson?
Well, I don't know, but
with James
Please get him out of there.
or
Please.
Leland, come here.
Yeah, Leland was, but Jamie was there, and there was a James too, right? Wasn't
James
Leland's friend
yeah.
named James?
Yeah.
So yeah, there was.
I heard it in one of the recordings. I was like, oh, it said James.
Yeah, that was really clear.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Too bad it's
Very
all
clear.
warbles and artifacts, and none of this
I
is
know.
actual speaking. That's crazy to me.
Well, interesting. It's a warble and artifact, and we all heard 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A warble that answers the question correctly.
I know. An intelligent warble.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah, it just I don't know. That stuff drives me crazy. That's so good.
Okay, this is
You sounded really good.
It did. It sounded great.
He's gonna electrocute himself. Honey.
This is an audio from the Montgomery house on all of our investigation. Audra was upstairs. This one is slightly amplified, so you can hear Sarah responding. But here we go.
It's about where I thought you were. How are you doing today?
Yeah, heard that.
Yeah.
So I had to amplify it a little bit because it's so soft, but you can tell
Such a
that's a
whisper.
little girl and it's a
Yeah.
whisper. It was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Sarah, my friend.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that house yielded a lot.
Yeah.
That was an amazing location, no doubt about it.
Still is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it still is. I just meant
Ray, that's cool that Ray's pointed that out. See that?
Yes.
Redefine the question. Just and that's not the first time. If you watch any of Tony's clips, I'm glad somebody pointed that out. It's not the first time he's done that. He even in the beginning of our show, the song, right? No, it was in the docuseries when he goes, "How many people were in the room?" And then he said 11, and then Gary goes, "Well, there's a mannequin in the corner." He goes, "Tony, how many human beings?" He narrows it down. He does this a lot, and then what it does is when you get the answer, it's even more connected as a direct response because he's whittled away other possibilities when he does that. That's really cool that Ray's pointed that out.
Yeah. Good. Great.
There you go. Hey, it also shows
that. I did think that.
It also shows you that once we're gone and we're communicating as pure energy, we can also do subtraction and addition.
That's right.
That's cool. Very, very clear.
So this next one, table tipping judged by spirits.
So when we were at the Hoover House, their one friend Jim was a sweetheart, does table tipping, and he's very, very into it. And he's very good at it. We thought somebody involved in the table tipping may or may not have been manipulating the table a little bit.
Jim.
Not Jim. No, he's the real deal when he does it.
Yeah.
So this was interesting because we had asked about it, and they kind of gave an opinion.
No, we didn't ask.
Well, I asked after the first comment.
All right. Well, go ahead.
That's true. I didn't in the beginning. We did not. That's true.
All right. What's table tipping?
It's like cow tipping. The tables don't move.
Yeah, you described
They put their fingertips on top of the table and then they ask questions, and depending on I guess the responses is yes or no. They'll I don't know if they
in a direction.
Yeah, whatever direction they told them to go, it'll tip this way or that way. It'll tip according to spirit communication.
Oh, okay.
So kind of like a knock response. Kind of like
Yes.
Yes, comparable to like telegraphy. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The doorbell started ringing. Was it somebody else that rang the doorbell? What did you think about the table tipping?
That was funny.
Evidently,
That
they did it
was
with
great.
STATICOM too.
That was great.
So funny. Because I was sitting next to Steve Barry, and I heard it. People heard nonsense, but I heard the table is nonsense. So everybody's like nonsense or whatever. And I turned to Steve. I said, "You know what I heard? The table is nonsense." And I was like, "And they're right," because I had just did it prior, and I could see she was gripping. You're supposed to be like this, and she was gripping it to get leverage.
Like a
and then
planchette, you should be just.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
could clearly see it. So but yeah.
I know, Roger. He's funny. It's also important to point out when we were talking about getting rid of that noise floor thing with settings, that happened in the last week and a half or so. This clip was before that. So this is during the time when Tony helped me get back on my feet to do Staticom, and it sounded good. But some of the clips are after I got rid of the noise floor when you hear zero between talking. And then plug your stuff. We ran it concurrently because that's what they wanted to do, and
never works.
I'm always not a big fan of running something concurrently with it because anything that can pull your attention, you miss hearing stuff. It just happens.
And then people start talking, and it's not, doesn't work well together.
Yeah, they were calling her out. That's Carol. That's what we thought. That's what we thought.
Well, and the reason table tipping went out of style for a while is because they found out that some of the charlatan mediums were using actually levers in the floor where they would push a button with one foot and the lever would push the table up.
Right.
That's why it went out for a while, because people were faking it. So a lot of people think it's crap just to begin with, but I mean, if you get the right energy of spirits, I'm sure it can physically happen. The problem is having people that are trying to manipulate it at the same time sucks.
Yeah, that was our concern.
Yep.
Yeah. The next one is Tony and Cherie 8. Or do you want to wait on that one?
Nah, go ahead.
You sure?
Go ahead.
All right. Here we go.
What do you like about the YMCA? I'm not sure what I heard there.
Bullshit.
No. All right, spirits, I need to know this is working. Can you very loud and very clear say Rathman? She heard you.
Can you guys see us?
How many spirits are here with us right now? Sounded like 8 again. 7. 8. Thank you. 8 again. 8 again. 8 again. 8 again. So there's 9 of you?
That's great.
Oh my God, that is great.
Is that they kept repeating it just in case you didn't hear it the first time.
and I love that because when we do events, especially public events, if you can have a sense of humor, if you can make it entertaining, that's positive energy, especially if people react to it. So there's 9 of you is freaking hilarious.
And it's just bullshit. That's great.
Yeah, he's like bullshit. But they kept saying it 8
multiple times.
8. I mean, she even switched her camera. And then they were still saying it because she went from the pool and then she brought it over and put it on us. And like 8.
Yeah, that's great. That's funny.
That's crazy. How cool. But that's great that again, that's a response. That's an emotional thing because you're busting chops, right? You're busting nuggets a little bit, right? And there's 9 of you. It's bullshit. That's awesome.
I thought the same thing, Scott. You look great. You look fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
We are sweating like, you know.
We were in the coolest part, though. At least we weren't up
Yes.
stairs because that was really hot. It was going off a bunch when I was there too.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
it was.
That was hilarious. So there's 9 of you? Bullshit.
Yeah.
I know. They're like, we keep saying 8. He's not getting it. So there's 9 of you.
Call you a fucker again.
That's so cool. That's so cool. There's Tony representing Staticom incredibly. He went out Saturday and he came back with those clips.
Yeah. Yep. We knew it.
And
we did. I know.
If everybody had situational awareness in that clip, he was also representing EVPE.
Yep.
Yes.
I saw
I had
it.
to stay haunted.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this next one is a mixture of Staticom and Audra. Audra was filming our Staticom session upstairs at the Montgomery House. So here we go.
Very cool.
What is Chris seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I specifically said, because my hair was out of place, don't show me.
I didn't get that memo. Sorry.
It happens in the nicest of families, sure.
Yeah. Hey, if it makes you feel better, Cherie, I always tell everybody, don't show my big gut. And that's the first thing they post is my big belly sticking out. Sorry. Wrong button.
That was great.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
That was.
Steve's mom says fishing.
Okay, this is awesome. This is one of those TDSI digital seance like moments. Staticom DJ. I do look like that.
I tell them that all the time.
Consciousness. Sorry, I got carried away. Steve Barry again that night was really looking forward to having his mom come through, and he asked, "What was the name of the house we were at down the street?" We did 2 sittings in 2 buildings. One was the Hoover House. The other one was
the Aller House, or the older house.
Our house, right? Or the Our House. Down. We walked to it with our stuff. We put it in the wagon, went down. So we did 2 Staticoms in 2 different places that night. Again, this is before we killed the noise floor entirely. Steve wanted his mom to come through, and he asked a question that only he knew the answer to, which is, what did his mom take him to do when he was a kid? And it came through 3 times that night. This is one of them.
All right, here we go.
Can Steve's mother come through and say one more time, like earlier, where did she always take him to do what? Fishing. Fishing was the answer, and it came through twice tonight. That was 2 times tonight. Did we ask for that? We asked for it.
Wow. Very, very nice.
A short one, but that was pretty cool.
Yes, it was.
Because he wanted that.
He wanted that, and he got it. So that
You
was
got
nice.
it. And you said 3 times, right? It came through?
Yeah.
That was the second of 3 times that it came through. I looped it that one time just to play it again, but it came through at the Owl House and then twice at the Hoover House. That was number 2.
Yep.
That is awesome.
So yeah, it was cool to see him have that.
Happy. Yeah. He was. Yeah.
That was cool.
Good people.
All right, so the next one, the rest are all Ron and Lourdes, y'all.
A few left.
Richie, there's 5 more to go. We're good. It is humbling. Humbling and fantastic all at the same time.
Yeah.
Richie sick, no cheese.
So this one, I recorded this in one of the back offices at work. The guy who runs the warehouse name is Richie. We do sell cheese. It is a food redistributor. Yeah, now it's my turn. So I don't know, how spot on as far as the people and who they're talking about it is, but the words are there.
All right, here we go.
Who can hear me? I heard very much. What's your message?
Wow.
This entire
Wow.
conversation.
Yeah, it was an entire conversation.
That's what I do at lunch.
When it says, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't serve Rich the cheese. You'll
No.
regret it.
What's weird, and Audra pointed this out, is it goes from "don't give Rich the cheese" because he'll bitch about everything, to "now they're coming for me because of my sins." It's like whoa.
I'm like, whoa, that's two.
Yeah. Yeah.
applications.
That's what I thought when I heard it. That's an odd turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TMI, dude. That's on you. You got to take your own karma, brother. All right. Next one. Identify as EVP. This is cool.
So this one, these are two recent. This is now when we got rid of a lot of the noise floor. This was Lourdes asking a question at the Red Mill. I saw Chad just came into the audience in the show shortly ago. Chad worked with Jotniks, who ran the event, which was one of, and I'm going to say this, Jotniks Paranormal in Pennsylvania. This was one of the best orchestrated events with the public I've ever been a part of. I mean, it ran so smoothly, every cylinder firing, no hiccups. It was just so well orchestrated, really good.
Very well organized.
So, and he was part of that.
He was with us all
He was
night.
with us the whole night. So Chad, he had a great ear. He heard a lot.
That's cool.
So this is one of them.
All right, here we go.
How do you identify yourself?
EVP.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we heard it. Multiple people heard the same warble and artifact. All of us. Oh, you met Natalie? Yeah, Natalie Jones. She was at the Hell House Paracon in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Yep.
the CEO of Paraflix.
Paraflix.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah, that's
what
what
I said.
CEO of STATICOM. I'm like, wait a minute.
STATICOM.
Oh.
CEO of STATICOM.
Oh, the CEO of STATICOM is Chip Patton.
and Harold Patter.
And Harold Patter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patter and Patter.
That's awesome. All right, the next one, standing in the light.
Oh yeah.
This was one of the guests there. What was her name?
Erin.
She was really good. She had this like peaceful conversational tone. So she started asking questions during STATICOM, and we thought she was getting answers. Well, we heard answers, and I was like, let her go. It seemed like she was getting responses. So this is one of them.
Here we go.
Are your children here with you?
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Now that's after the work I put in that Tony was talking about when I got rid of the noise floor. So the person asks a question, you don't hear any blips and sounds, almost nothing, and then a voice.
And they say light, like it's light. It's like you hear that.
You've got full pronunciation. You've got the end letters hitting. You've got that whole what Joshua was talking about the tonality within the letters of the word themselves, and that's showing up now.
Yeah, the characteristics of vowels, consonants, diphthongs. Yep.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Play that again, so everybody can look at the clarity of this freaking shit.
And the thing that Tony pointed out, which his clips tonight clearly showed, between the human being asking the question and the anomalous vocal, quiet, and that's what I wanted. And I'll tell you real quick, when we in the docuseries that Tony's Your Friend clip, and I'm asking the whole that thing, there was no noise floor, and I looked at it going, "What? We should always be doing that. Why are we not doing that?" So because Tony helped me get back operational again, that became my quest, was to try to get rid of that noise floor, and so that's where it went.
You did a great job.
Let's listen to how clear he got it. Here we go. Let's play that one again.
Are your children here with you?
Holy crap.
Okay.
That's super clear. And
That's
It almost sounds like British when he says that.
yeah.
Almost.
Raul, we want all the best. We did.
And we heard in the light at the moment.
We did. Yeah,
heard
the
in
rest of that
light
clip,
at the
it says, I heard it. Yeah, now it sounds like you're talking on a phone call. Thank you, Carol, because that's, when we were talking about it, I was telling her that's the goal.
That's the goal we want to reach.
That we want to reach. And this, to me, was one of the first times that we're getting to that point.
Right.
Added to that feeling like we're getting to that point was the stuff that Tony shared tonight, because quiet,
yeah,
loud vocals. That's
Clear.
the ratio. That's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Okay, these next two were too big for StreamYard, so I'm going to have to share.
Were they really?
Yeah, no biggie.
Thank you. I know the ones.
So it's the Staticom compilation.
Do that one last.
Yeah.
That one's got a few different random clips, but if you do the talking with a famous person one, and maybe it's just big because it was a video instead of a picture that I put the words on.
No worries.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
This one's cool.
Now remember, they can hear us through this one when we share the video. So
all right, I'll be quiet.
I'll mute. Yeah, we're gonna mute ourselves.
Okay, here we go.
Talking with a famous person? Who's talking with a famous person? You or me?
So I thought that was funny because I don't know. There was no famous person on that conversation.
It was. He's been in videos.
We saw.
Oh yeah, the music video.
Right.
You know what? You know what though? I mean, bottom line is, I mean, it was obviously, it was Staticom, it was disembodied voice, someone who passed away. I mean, the ability for them to be able to communicate in the means that Staticom allows them to. I mean, how long has that been going on? How many people have been on the planet, tried to conceive that and are probably on the other side now, Ron, to them, yeah, that is you to them, because that's what can be done.
Well, I appreciate it. I believe in what we do, what it's doing for all of us, and hopefully what we're putting out there with the different events and sharing this with people. It's I don't know.
Oh, now he's all shy.
Yeah,
He's blushing. Hang on.
Hold on, I'd like to thank the academy.
Wait, I have one question. In this set of clips, is the one where you say "go on"? Is that in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm gonna laugh.
When Tony laughs at me, I know that there's something good in the clip, even if it's not paranormal. I know it's good.
Because it was hilarious.
It
you
was.
Know what I'm talking about, right?
I know.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
He was listening while he's in the toilet, and he's like, and he was laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing?
It's hilarious.
This is a compilation of clips. The one he's talking about, I captioned because she laughs during it. It was a surprise to us when it came through. We still laugh at it. Don't make Ron's head any bigger. I got to get taller somehow. If I go like this and it grows, no. So that was one of the clips. You'll know which one it is because I have her shown laughing. It was really funny. We had she again, the bionic ear. She heard it, where the moment may have slipped by.
All right, here we go.
Gonna mute myself.
No sound.
No
Chris.
sound.
Maybe I'll mute.
Yeah, there was no sound.
Yeah, you got to click the audio, share audio button.
I did. I don't know why I didn't. Present, share screen, share audio share tab audio, entire screen, screen 2. Here we go. Let me start that over. Can you hear it now?
Well, whose voice is that? Who are you? I said, I am Brian's, I don't know, something. I heard I am Brian's, I don't know. Is that your name that you were trying to convey to us? It didn't come too clear on our side. Are you able to repeat it, please? Thomas, and I heard he's a priest. I just walked in. Do you know who I am? That's my name, yes. Thank you.
Can you tell us who's been talking to us tonight? Has it just been the 7?
Be right back.
What?
I thought I heard a voice from his gorgeous.
Go on.
What did you say? Who's chosen? Is it Ron and myself, or are you talking about someone else? Are you talking about Jesus? Like, who is the chosen one? We are all chosen.
I heard that.
All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everett.
Normally laugh like that, but it was such a shock. I was like, I don't even know where that came from.
The best part is when you hear Ron go on.
I know.
Go on. It was that I was laughing at. It wasn't what they said or Lourdes laughing at what she thought she heard. It was Ron go on.
She's like, we were getting ready to step away for a minute and let it keep recording, and
we're about to walk away. We're walking away,
I said,
actually.
I'll be right back. And Anthony goes, "Was the spirited guy? It doesn't matter if you don't want to go to the party as long as you're invited."
Good point.
That's right. That's right.
So we were walking away. I said, "We're going to be right back," and he says, "Your boyfriend is gorgeous." And she goes,
I couldn't believe it. He goes,
"Go on." And she heard it. She goes, "I heard him say your boyfriend is gorgeous." And I went, "Go on."
Yeah.
And then they go, "Yes, she proved it."
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Incidentally, the part before that, when it ended real fast, and it goes, "I turned on the light." We have a motion sensor at the front door, which we can see the window right here. It never flickers. It either comes on or it doesn't. And most times, if it ever happens, we usually know what it is, or we try to see. It flicked like 3 times that night.
And not like
yeah,
consecutively.
Like random.
Yeah, because when it turns on, it stays on for a little bit. It just turned on and off. And I'm like, what the heck? It did it 3 times. And the interesting part is that I went outside. The sensor isn't working. The sensor isn't working.
It didn't respond when she went outside in front of it.
Wow.
We asked about it. So the voice goes, "I turned on the light." I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it did turn on once when we asked it to.
Yes.
So can you please turn on the porch light? And it did on one of the times. So I don't know.
I got to tell you, your video producing of your clips is phenomenal. The way you ended that with the good night.
He does a good job, right?
I appreciate that. I did segment producing stuff for. I did the show Made in America on the Travel Channel with John Ratzenberger. He was the mailman from Cheers.
Yep.
I used to produce segments and stuff like that for Lionsgate TV when I lived in LA. So like short form editing, I have a good time doing it. I enjoy it. So it was fun to put that together. I appreciate that very much. What Tony did with the docuseries, I don't know if I would.
That's a whole different.
That's a different animal doing long form to do a film like that or a docuseries.
The production abilities between the two of y'all is just phenomenal.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, that was great. That was a great clip.
It was.
Set of clips, Ron. That was well done.
That was well done.
And I like that you had a photo of the stage we were on in the documentary. That was cool.
Yeah. I did. Yeah. I thought that was a cool picture. So I wanted something. I try to make them look different sometimes, and then the docuseries was plugged at a few of the clips at the end because when they get circulated around, I like, put that out there. So thanks. Yeah, Todd and Carmel have been with us for when we've done Staticom as well. They're great people to work with also out here in Jersey. Chris Nuara, thank you. He's fun to work with too. We got to get him back out again.
Yeah.
So this was fun, and then
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed, our audience.
yeah, some really cool EVP and Staticom stuff tonight, which is always fun to share.
Yeah, that was awesome from everybody. Just great stuff.
Yeah, Chris and Audrey too. Everybody's stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hope you did. Well,
Yeah.
and another reason, guys, why we do this show too, why we do our own evidence show too, is not just so we can promote the things that we're doing, like Ron and Lourdes and Tony and Cherie with their Staticom and the docuseries on Paraflix. Don't forget to watch. Get that little promo kick in there. But another reason why we also have these evidence shows that shows our own stuff is to show you guys that we're not bullshit. We get out there and we do the work just like you guys do. And some of our guests do. We get out there and do the same thing. So when we get on here and talk about it, it's to show you guys that we are actually involved in the field. So we're not just slinging a bunch of shit. And you guys actually understand that we actually do the dirty work just like everybody else. So
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I didn't really think it was that funny at the time when I said it. I was just like, "Hey, I'm getting praise. Somebody used the G word."
It was funny because the tonality, the enthusiasm in your voice when you said it was just like, oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
I've been calling him the gorgeous one for a couple of days already. I said, "Come on, gorgeous one."
That one right there was my sister.
Aw.
Hey, Lisa. Everybody say hi to Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And Raul's, that's true. Raul does. He comes to a lot of the events we do. He's so much fun to work with. I'm a groovy.
Yeah, we met Raul in Gettysburg. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. He's fun to work with.
You got to book a date with us, Raul. Gotta get on the show, buddy.
Yeah.
That was my sister saying hi back. So
I figured.
all right, guys.
Yeah.
It was fantastic being back. We missed you guys with the week that we had off, but I hope you guys relaxed because that's what Labor Day was about, is not doing labor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not going into labor, not causing things
Yeah. Roger. We know, Roger. We know. We got to work with him a couple times, but holy cow, Tony, you need to spend time at that YMCA.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. We've been there 3 or 4 times now, but good stuff there. There's a new place called which we haven't been to yet, the Bullion Plaza. I think that's the one we're heading to next. Yeah, Leland said, saw a message from him.
new place for you guys.
No. So, very cool.
Nice. It's always great to find new places to investigate.
It is. It is.
So, and then upcoming, our own shameless plugs. We have the Sleepy Hollow Paracon, right?
This Saturday. Yeah.
This is when we start getting busy again. Sleepy
And
Hollow.
then we have the library in Morris County.
Morris County, that's the library one, the 22nd?
Yeah.
That's the grist mill, isn't it? Yeah, that's the grist mill.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yep.
the grist mill.
We're doing the grist mill in Chester, New Jersey. The
And
Friday
then-
after that, and then Massachusetts Paracon.
Right. Then Mass Paracon. Yep.
The village people.
The village people. There was a Native American there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass Paracon?
He's probably coming to Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got some good news. Piedmont Paranormal is going to be using the Montgomery House to train new investigators in.
Wow.
So that
It's a
brings
good
more-
place to train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great place to train.
Mhm.
Although, Audrey, you might get a bigger scolding next time after
Yeah.
training.
Audrey gets yelled at every time Mrs. Montgomery sees new people. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Now you bringing them for training? What the heck?
Train them at your house, damn it! Why are you bringing them to mine?
That's cool. You're pairing up an elite team at an elite location to teach people what this stuff is all about. I mean, that's I don't care what the ticket price is for that. That's worth it.
That's awesome.
Anybody else watching that wants to come down and do the Montgomery House, go ahead and reach out to Audra and I, or Anybody that knows Ron and Lourdes or Tony and Cherie that's in the North Carolina area wants to do it, reach out to somebody. We'll get you hooked up. It's a great, phenomenal place.
Yes.
It really is.
Now's the season to do it. It's getting cool, so it's not hot in the house right now.
Yeah, it's not cold yet.
It's not hot. But, yeah.
No, I meant like,
okay.
good season because it's not cold yet either.
It's getting there.
Well, not in Phoenix, but here.
I was about to say, how do you know?
we hear people say, yeah.
Rumor has it.
It's gonna be nice there. It's rainy.
For you Arizona people, the high this week is 86.
Woohoo! We'll take it. We'll take it.
That's not even our low.
Yeah.
We don't even hit 86. Nights have been like 100, 99, 96. Yeah. That's the nights.
Yeah. But we're fine with 96, not 106 at night.
Okay, you got to move this dog. I'm going to kill
our
him.
Arizona family. We miss the Rassmans. We do not miss the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will be back. Thank you guys all for joining.
That's funny.
That's great.
What are you guys doing this weekend, Tony and Cherie? I just got yelled at for not asking you guys.
We are
Doing nothing.
we are
hoping to move.
No, we have something going on. What is it?
I don't know. Saturday.
Well, we have Dylan's birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Oh yeah, you can't forget that one. No.
Nice.
Happy birthday to Dylan.
Again.
He's a great kid.
Give him a hug for us. Tell him happy birthday.
We will.
You bet I will.
We will.
All right, guys.
And how about you, Chris?
He's been doing that's like the third or fourth time already. That's funny.
And how about Christoph Algod and Allison Chains? What do you guys?
What are you guys doing?
Allison Chains will be visiting her son. She gets
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
First time in 2 years she's seen him face to face. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Black Ops. Yes, at 50 years old, I still play video games. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Good night.
Playing Black Ops with the dog sitting at my feet, going, "Where's Mama? Where's Mama?"
Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. Yeah, we appreciate you showing up and spending the Monday night with us.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right,
so
Melissa,
cool.
you're not supposed to say it before I do. Damn it.
She's on to you.
Yeah.
How do they know? All right, guys. We will be back next week. Same time, same channel, same posts. I'm not going to apologize this time because if you haven't learned your lesson yet. Next week we got a really great guest coming on. She's always got good evidence. She's been on before. You'll get this. You'll see when I put the promos on. I'm not telling you yet. But thank you guys for joining every week like you always do. We love you guys.
What? I don't know where he is.
Problem with that one, Anthony.
Wow. That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Now we
See
know
what happens when you're
cold cuts.
I think there's a
What
spelling. I think there's a misspelling on my hat.
What happens when you're cooped up in the Poconos for too long?
Try wearing that one to an investigation.
Oh boy.
All right,
Oh my
guys.
goodness.
Before this
That's
too
funny.
far off track.
Wow.
All right, guys. Remember September 11th, 2001. Don't ever forget it. Remember what it did to us as a country, but remember what it did as it brought us. We are the United States, and for a while there, we weren't as united as we needed to be. And even though the negative impact of that day was such a tragic event, it did one thing. It brought us together as people. It brought us together as heroes. It brought us together as caring, selfless people. And it reminded us what value is to life and what value is to the people around us. Don't ever forget that. And the one thing that we want to make sure that those people that were directly involved in 9/11 and that day that we will never forget is that they don't ever stay haunted. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Good.
Can you give me a name? What's your name?